Solving a quadratic linear system algebraically. When solving a quadratic linear system, you need to set each equation equal to the other. So if y is equal to x squared minus 7x plus 12, and y is equal to 2x minus 6, then that means that y is equal to y. Or that x squared minus 7x plus 12 is equal to 2x minus 6. Once you have substituted one expression into the other equation, you can solve for x. In this case, since we have an x squared value, we're going to want to get this equation equal to 0. So in this example, I'll subtract 2x from both sides, and I'll add 6. When I do that, I get nothing left on the right-hand side, giving me an equation equal to 0. On the left, I'll get x squared minus 9x plus 18. Now I have a couple of options from here. I do want to find the values for x, and there will be 2 of them. Now how I find them is the method of my choice. I can factor, I can use the quadratic formula, or I can complete the square. Now for most of these questions, you can usually solve by factoring, but the quadratic formula will always work. Since I have a trinomial, I'm going to check to see if I can factor it by finding 2 values that multiply to c and add to b. So I think I have 9 and 2, but that would make 11, so no. I have 6 and 3, but that would make positive 9. So it looks like I might need negative 6 and negative 3. So my 2 factors are negative 6 and negative 3. Now if those are my factors, then that means that either x minus 6 is equal to 0 or x minus 3 is equal to 0. When I split those factors, I get solutions of positive 6 and positive 3. Now remember, the initial question states, solve for all values of x and y. So I have found all of the values for x. Now I need to do part 2, which is find all the values for y. Now as a reminder, this is our original system. So if we know that these are our 2 values of x, we simply substitute them into one of these equations. You can use this equation, or you can use that equation, because to be a solution of a system means you would satisfy both. So I'm going to go with the second equation because it's simpler. So I'm going to erase and replace the values of x with these 2 numbers. So I have to do this twice. So the first round, I'm going to erase and replace, and the second round, I'm going to erase and replace. But each round requires a different input. First round will require a 6, and the second round will require a 3. So my final answers here will be 12 minus 6, and my final answer here will be 6 minus 6. Now, the key to this correct final answer is to pair this x with that y, and to pair this x with that y. So I know that x is 6 and x is 3, and I know that y is 6 and y is 0, but you have to pair these values together. So we're going to say that 6 and 6 are a solution, and 3 and 0 are a solution. You can write it like that, or you could say when x is 6, y is 6, and when x is 3, y is 0. Let's try this one more time. Now, sometimes your questions have a bit of a tricky setup, like here. If you're going to substitute this in to that equation, you're going to have to do a little bit of extra math. Or we could rearrange this statement to get y by itself. Either method would work. If I choose the first method, then when I erase and replace my y value, I would need parentheses. And I need parentheses to remind me that I'm going to be distributing this minus sign. The other technique is to rearrange this sentence to get y by itself. So that now I can say this expression is equal to that expression. But either way, you're going to end up with this statement, where x squared plus 4x minus 12 is equal to 0. Remember, it needs to be equal to 0 so that you can find the values of x. So we have some choices. We can factor, we can formula, or we can complete the square. So I always like to check my factoring first. Is there anything that multiplies to negative 12 and adds to positive 4? So let's see, we've got negative 4 and 3. No. We've got 3 and negative 4. No. We've got 6 and negative 2. There it is. With factors of positive 6 and negative 2, when we split our factors to solve the equation, we're going to get possible answers of x is negative 6 and x is positive 2. Now don't forget, that's only half your answer. We're going to use one of our original equations, and it doesn't matter which one, and we're going to substitute in these values of x. So I think I'll use the second statement here. So I can use this statement, or I can use this statement after I rearranged it. So I think I'm actually going to use this statement, because that will tell me exactly what y is just by erasing and replacing the x. So again, in my first round, I'll use my first value of x, which is negative 6. So y is negative 11 when x is negative 6. And in my second round, I'm going to replace the x with a 2. So when x is 2, y is negative 3. Now remember, you have to pair your x's and y's together. One last time. Substitute into the other equation, and now be careful here. This one's tricky because this x squared is negative, and x squared should always be positive. It makes it a little easier to factor. And if it wasn't, you would have to use the quadratic formula. So let me use the quadratic formula for this equation just so you get an idea of how it works. Let's say you're rearranging this statement to make it equal to 0. That would give us negative x squared minus 2x plus 8. Now, this might be able to be factored, but we haven't covered this in class. We haven't covered a coefficient other than positive 1 here. So let's use the quadratic formula to calculate both of our responses. So again, I'm going to erase and replace my b value and fill it in with a negative 2. Don't forget your parentheses. I'm going to erase and replace my a values and fill them in with a negative 1. And finally, my c value. So let's type this in our calculator to see what we get. Now don't forget, you cannot type both the plus and the minus sign at the same time here. So I'm going to start with the plus, and then I'm going to arrow up twice, highlight my quadratic equation formula here, press the enter button to copy and paste it. Now I'm going to use the arrow key to move my cursor back to this plus sign and make it a minus sign, a subtraction, not a negative. And now I have my two values of x, negative 4 and positive 2. So x are -4 and +2. Again, I use any one of my original equations. I think I'll use the second one, y equals -2x plus 4, to find my y values. So if y is equal to -2x plus 4, I'm going to use the equation twice. And the first time, I will put in the value of -4, and the second time, I will put in the value of 2. This gives me a y value of 12, and here I have a y value of 0. So don't forget, an input of -4 gives an output of 12, an input of 2 gives an output of 0. Or you could write it separately, like this. And that is how you solve a system of quadratic linear equations algebraically.